with Ripto's race. So now we're going to be going into Winter Tundra. I'm going to try and remind myself how many gems we have at this point. Okay. That's probably a good gem count. If you can enter Winter Tundra with about between 700 to 720 gems, that's kind of nice. I try and aim for that because we're going to need to pick up a few more gems along the way anyway. So first thing you're going to do, you can either talk to Allure straight away and then forget about her later, or you could skip her. If you skip her though, you have to make sure to remember to jump over and around her again. So again, it's the same like last time when skipping her dialogue. You basically jump and then glide around essentially, because you honestly don't waste a lot of time. Just talk to her. Really, it's just fine. You can talk to her in this one, and plus it saves her having to talk to you a little bit later as well. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna charge down over to these gems, go to the right, get that vase, get that gem, get this vase, and then you go straight into Mystic Marsh. So from now on, you don't need any more talismans, you just need orbs. So I'm gonna mash that triangle. Right, first thing I'm gonna do is you basically gonna go behind you, because there's 2 baskets here you're gonna get which have 5 gems inside of. Now you can get rid of that monkey, it can be a bit annoying. Now, I'm actually on a very good gem count right now, so I'm not gonna go for it. However, if you are behind on gems at any point, and you really need emergency gems at this point in the run, those dynamite vases there are some really good gems there. They're 10s and 5s, I believe. So if you really need them, use those as your backup gems. Because I don't need them, I'm instead going to do this trick. So now we're going to do another trick here, which basically bypasses us having to get all these enemies here. And as you can see over there in the distance, you've got that another spring power-up, needing 20 soul gems for that. Soul gems? Sorry, this ain't Skyrim. Spirit particles. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to do this little trick coming up here. So what we're going to do, we're basically going to do sort of like a perfect hover again, and up on this little section here there's a little bit of a ledge that you can jump on. You only get it for like a brief amount of time, so when you get onto it, make sure to jump and then get onto like the section that's just above it. Let me try and give it a go from here. So you want to kind of stand up around this section, line up along with this leaf, this bit of leaf geometry here. So jump, perfect hover up to that. As you saw, I stood on that rock. That's pretty much what you want to do. So same again. Okay, that's a little bit under. Try same again. There we go, just like that. You want to head up to that section, and as soon as you get onto that little ledge, you're going to then jump. Immediately jump from there, because that's like a little bit of geometry you can actually stand on. But you can only stand on it for like a little brief moment in time. So you want to make sure you get off of that as soon as you can. And then when you get up to there, you basically are ready to carry on with getting to the end of the level, basically. Just like that. Do it a few more tries just to show. I find this still quite tricky to do consistently at times, so again, you know, practice makes perfect. We're not perfect. Practice makes skill, that's a better words for it. Practice makes precision, I think is the better line for it, you know. Got it that time, but I missed the jump. There we go, just like that. Just checking my control inputs in. Now, what I would do from here, if you need more gems, you can get those vases, go and get those snaily dudes, and then get those gems as well. I'm going to completely ignore them, though, because I'm alright in gem count. Get these baskets, and then come over to here. Now, I used to think this jump was actually quite awful. It's honestly not. All you need to do is you need to walk forward, jump, and then go forward at the same time. You're going to do another, like, perfect hover, gliding to the left, and then you're going to hover up to the right again. Okay, so forward. Just like that. Try again, because it's, you know, practice makes precision. So go forward, glide, up to there. If you miss it, you fall down, all the way down here. And sadly, it means you're going to have to do this jump all over again. Again, I've had that happen before many times. Just practice, practice, practice to make sure to clean up these tricks. There we go, just like that. You want to come up here. Come up to these trees. Forward, glide, and then hover up to here. I'm going to try it one more time. Forward, glide, hover. up to there. And then when you get up to here, you got to go up to this section, and you got to do a charge, jump, glide just to get round to here. That's a nice, easy, you know, jump round, basically, when you get up to this section. Charge, jump, round. Do it one more time. Charge, jump, and I missed it. Good, because now I'm going to go on about a backup. Amazing clock. Yeah, that's how I normally defeat Nasty Nork, right? That's how you normally defeat Nasty Nork. So, if you manage to mess up doing that jump, which it can happen, I've had it happen before, there is a little backup. I'll show you this backup. It's over here. There's a few extra gems here as well. You kind of basically do like a slight little wall glide along here, and then just hover at the end of that. So, tiny little wall glide, hover at the end of that. This is, again, a nice little wall glide. It's kind of a bit awkward to set up for, but it's a nice handy one just in case you mess up in that section. Just so you don't have to go all the way back around, you know, or have to struggle going through the water sections. So you don't need to bother about water sections. So I'll show you that jump again. That's over here. Go to this section. You then go to the left, charge, jump, glide, or bonk on the rock, whatever. Whatever it takes your fancy. So again, you're going to charge, jump over to the left. Nice. One more time. Just like that. Then when you get to here, you basically go over to this dude and he'll give you the orb, and then you can leave the level. Again, I'll show you one more time with the backup strat. Try not to get hit by those puffer platypus. Tiny little wall glide. Hover at the end of that, and then basically, as you can see, you get to near enough a similar section to here. And then you come up round, jump, glide, talk to Snoozle, perfect name. Get this orb, mash the start button to mash, or to start, exit level, up, exit. Hey Green, and Yo Clock, hey YouTube, hi YouTube. Mash the triangle. Oh wait, no! Or did I mash a triangle? I thought I did mash a triangle. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so you want to be kind of aiming for about 780 gems, I'd say, about this point. I'm still gems over, but I'm going to pretend to kind of carry on until I get to about 800 going into Clout Temples. That's the main thing I go for. So what you're going to do from here, you come up to Miss Moneybags. You're not going to talk to him yet. Get this vase, get these gems, get these baskets. If you need any more gems, you can also get those vases over there. They're pretty nice to get. Get some of these gems. You go jump, glide, and then charge, getting onto the ice. Do a little bit of escape. And then come up to Professor here. He'll then open the Cloud Temples. Now, again, usually aiming for about 800 gems at this point. If you're a little bit over, that's really good. If you're a little bit under, try to collect as many gems as you can going in when in Cloud Temples, I'd say, because this would sort of be your last moment before you have to do any gem collection for money bags to get Head Bash, because Head Bash costs 1,000 gems, basically. So mash the triangle. Now, first thing I'm going to do here is that. See that? Went pretty quick, didn't I? Let's do that again. So, this is a thing we need to keep an eye out for when you enter Cloud Temples. As soon as you manage to get past the cutscene and start it straight away, what you're going to do is charge a little bit to the left, then a little bit to the right, because first of all you want to dodge talking to the NPC that's on the right. You then want to charge past the enemy that's on the left, and as soon as you do that, you're basically going to do a charge jump over, glide onto the platforms that move, and as you saw that specific platform there, you can actually get a bit of height from that's necessary to get across without needing to flame the enemy. Will save you plenty of time there. I'm gonna try it again just to show you specifically, you know, on time base what you need to do. Make sure you don't slow down. If you slow down, you're gonna miss it. You make sure to keep going. Just like that, and then you glide up to the end here, and then you get to that section. I'm going to do one more time. It's a really cool jump. It's actually It's actually not that bad. It's quite easy to do after a few attempts. It's just, you know, it looks difficult and it just looks really cool to do. It's quite nice. Hey, Nally. Right, let's do it one more time. Hey, Randy. Yo, yo. Do it one more time. So again, mash the triangle, go to the left, the charge, then go a little bit to the right, jump, hold on to that. Okay, you don't really need to glide onto it, you just sort of do a charge jump onto it. Again, one more try. Do one more try just to get the final practice in, and then we'll carry on from that. Alright? Hope you're doing well, everyone. Just finishing off this tutorial, basically. We haven't got much left, it's just the Winter Tundra sections. Why am I doing that? Alright, so mash a triangle, go a little bit to left, and up. Jump onto this, and then glide. There you go, just like that. Now, what you're going to do is just follow this gem path, avoid these enemies, and then, as you go up the whirlwind, you can actually go directly to the right and jump on the building. Like it's sort of, how do I explain it? It's not exactly a balcony, but like the tiling. You can kind of jump on that, and then carry on with the level as it kind of intends to. So I'm going to just get a few more gems. Here's a few 5 gems. Then you got these 2. Another 5 gem, those ones. We've got this whirlwind. As I said, you go this direction to the right, come on the tiling, glide over here, Zoe will zap you, flame this dude, flame that dude. Don't really need to get hit by the wizard, but if you do, you know, don't worry, I'm not perfect either. Now, make sure to get these vases, because you obviously got your 2 5s. If you haven't got sparks at this point, no worries. You've just got sparks back just from that. Now, this is where things are a little bit interesting. Make sure to pick up this rock. You're gonna need it later. I say later, you're gonna need it in a short moment, really. Now you're gonna get these 2 gems, jump them down here. You're gonna immediately to the left, get these baskets. And then you're gonna jump, get this basket. You're gonna talk to Agent Zero. Now, there is a trick that is coming up in this section that you can kind of do to get an immediate warp back to Agent Zero's minigame, which will save you like 4 seconds, but if you screw it up, you basically lose tons of time. It's really, really risky. So make sure, obviously, I'm not going to teach that here, but have a look out for probably Zik's run, because he does this trick and it's pretty decent. But I'm going to show you the safer way of doing this trick, right? So we're not going to start the Agent Zero minigame. What we're going to do first is we're going to get this rock that we've got set up. We're going to shoot this dude. Now, the reason I'm going to shoot that dude is, as you can see, the magician's just, or whatever this guy is called, wizardy monk, has moved forward. And from here, the game would intend you to go and do this section directly in front of us here, but we're going to completely forget about that, and actually we're going to use this tree. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a... Oh, I can just jump up to that tree. I thought I generally just hover up to it. Just like that. I've just learned something new, folks. I generally hover up to that tree, but now I've just realized you can actually jump on it. So what you can do... There's a little bit of geometry here on that little branch section you could jump up onto. When you jump up onto there, you then jump up to the top of that tree. So you jump up to the top of that tree, as you saw there, you get warped to where the magician is obviously thinking that you would stand, and then obviously brings the door down, which is brilliant because that makes you completely skip this entire section there, which is really, really handy. I'm just gonna quickly get up there naturally, as you do. And then as you get to this section, you gotta jump, go across over, kill these enemies because they're in the way. Get these gems that's across here, and then immediately kill this enemy. Get these baskets, and then collect these gems around here. This gem here, apparently Holmes.
Spyro.
He will then give you his orb. Now at this point, you kind of want to aim for 900 gems for your gem count here. Again, I'm about 30 gems over, so I don't really need to worry that much here. And now we're going to go over and do the Agent Zero minigame. Now with Agent Zero, it pretty much is self-explanatory. The only difference is we are going to try and pick up as many gems as we can till the end of this orb minigame, okay? So we're going to get this basket, There would be a gem here, but I've already collected this. You then go behind the tree, start off his minigame, get these gems. Go behind this tree. Let him turn around and do his thing. And as he misses eye contact with you, you go up here, get these gems. Flame these baskets, collect those gems. Get these gems over here. Go over to this tree. As he turns around and turns his back on you, charge and get these vases. He'll then go indoors, and then you can keep on following him. Flame these basket, get those gems. Get these gems up along here. Oh, don't remind me of that one, Randy. And then hide behind this tree. Get these baskets, flame them, collect their gems. Hide behind this tree. And then get this final one gem. Walk up behind him. Try not to get, try not to touch him or anything. I know the exact pain there of when that happens. And there we are. Now, folks, from here, we are now going to do, or start doing, the backtracking section. And yes, folks, I'm bang on 1,000 gems. Now, technically at this point, I'm still over gem. I would ideally be around about 970 at about this point. If you're at 1,000, then good, you don't need to worry about any of the gems from like this point onwards. But if you're at 970, I'm still going to show you the gems. Now what you're going to do, as soon as you've done Agent Zero's orb, you're going to then go into guidebook, press left twice, and then when you get to the beginning of Summer Forest, you're going to travel to it, just like that. And what you will do is you would go back to the beginning of Summer Forest, right in front of Glimmer. And there's 2 orbs here that we can now backtrack to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to head immediately to the left. I'm going to show all the gems in this section that you can collect. I'm obviously over gemmed at this point, but really crucial to get if you have got less than 970 gems at this point, okay? Or at least got around 970 gems. Okay, so got these 2 1 gems. You're going to go into this water section here, collect this 1 gem. These vases have 5 gems, so make sure to pick those up. Or if you are already ahead, don't worry about them. Come on down here. A few 1s, and then a few 2s. As you can see, we're going to have a lot of 2 gems along this path up to this section. Now come up here. There's 2 gems there. Bonk upstairs, like in true Reignited Trilogy fashion. Another 2 gem, and here is our lovely orb. Now, from here, you can do 2 things. If you want to save in-game time, and I'm looking at you console runners here, you are then going to guidebook, go down to Hurricos, and fast travel to Hurricos. When you then go into Hurricos, skip the cutscene, and then immediately exit it. The reason why you do that is the next orb is actually quite near the Hurricos portal. Well, it's not near it, but the ladder to get to that orb is pretty much right next to that portal. So the ideal thing to do basically is to go to it. If you're not on console and you're on PC, you don't need to worry about the in-game time. We can have a little bit of focus more on obviously our loadless timer. And our real loadless timer means that we don't need to worry about doing any warps and stuff. We're just going to just do another dive and basically get to the ladder. Now remember, Zoe may talk to us if we're unlucky, because we managed to skip her earlier. So make sure you stand to the very far right section here. Very far right, as you see me do there, to avoid her dialogue box there, or dialogue trigger. And as you can see, there's the Hurricos portal. If you're on console, you'll be coming out of there. Make sure to avoid Allura. But obviously, if you're on PC, you'll be where I am right now. And then you just go straight up to the ladder because you've already got climb. Come up to this section and then get these 1 gems along here. Now, if you are under 1,000 gems at this point, actually, if you're under 990, I'd say. If you're under 990, I would recommend collecting a few more of these 1 gems. If you're less than, what is it? If I quickly go over here. If you're less than 985, you're going to need to collect a little bit more gems in Winter Tundra, basically. But obviously you get a few 1 gems here. Collect this orb, guidebook. go to the right, travel back to Winter Tundra. Now you've gone back to Winter Tundra. If you are at 1,000 gems at this point in the game, you can now go directly to Moneybags and buy Head Bash. If you're at 990 or anything less than 1,000 to 990, this vase has a 10 gem, so you can use that and then go to Moneybags. If you got less than 990 at this point, you're gonna want to go down here and get a few of the gems in this section, basically, because this is where you're going to get your backup gems. Now, again, ideally, if you follow the gem route as close as you can, you won't need to worry about picking up any of these gems down here, because you will be wasting a lot of time doing that. But anyway, let's talk to Moneybags. Sure. Thank you, Moneybags. We now know Head Bash. Now, with Head Bash, all you do is you go X and then triangle, basically, right? Or if you want to glide and then do... Nice, just jump. Just jump and triangle. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is get through this door, just like that. Now, what? I know there's a different amount of routes that you can do here. I'm gonna do basically what I do in my runs. Again, it's nice, beginner friendly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through the hollow Dragon Shores portal, bonk upstairs in true Reignited Trilogy fashion, and there you can see we're going to go over to that waterfall over there. We're going to charge, jump, glide, come down to here. So get down here, we're then going to charge down to this water section. We're going to hop on up, because this is where we have a hidden orb in this section. Now, I'm going to pause here. For loadless and for in-game time, we're actually going to warp back to the beginning of Winter Tundra. If you don't want to worry about warping, you can just go over to the Whirlwind and that will take you right up to where the rock is. But because we want to save as much time as we can with loadless, or with in-game time, we're going to quit game, quit. We're going to continue and then go back into the game. Nost, why are we doing this? The reason we're doing this is basically... we're going to just warp ourselves back to the beginning of Winter Tundra, because you will then find that the next orb is Alora. No, it's not Alora. She's just got in the way. It's actually this giant rock here, which you also need to head bash. So you're going to go up and then head bash that. Get that orb here. Now, the whirlwind, as I said, is this whirlwind here. You can go up that one as well, but again, you'll be wasting a little bit of in-game time just to get to this rock here, essentially. Now you've got 32 orbs. Guess what, folks? We now no longer need to worry about gems whatsoever. We've got everything that we need to get with gems. Moneybags is gone. We don't need to actually even talk to Moneybags now anymore. So all we need to worry about now from this point onwards are orbs. We have 8 more left to get, and these 8 is within this home world, because we still haven't got that one up there, and within these final 2 levels that we've got here, which is Metropolis and Robotica Farms. Now with Metro, so we're going to go into here. You have to talk to the professor to open it up, and then you head on in. So we are now going to basically do all of these mini games as quick as we can now, because these are some quick orbs. So we're going to mash triangle. We're going to head on forward. Now, with this cow, just kind of charge straight through, avoid his laser. I accidentally didn't get it. If you just charge straight through, you can avoid that laser. Head bash down to move this thing. If you stay to the left here with your charge and then jump up and past both of them, stay to the left and then go in between these 2 pigs and the cow. As you can see, they did not touch us. And then you're going to come up here immediately. If you have got a blue spark to this point, that fodder is pretty nice to get, basically. You then glide over to this this ladder, and you come up to here. Now, if you charge directly forward from here, that droid bot will talk to you. That will make you lose a bit of time, so make sure not to talk to him. What we're going to do is the same as usual. We're going to jump forward, glide to get through him. And you can see we went straight through his dialogue trigger. Now, with this ox, he can be pretty manipulatable. Sometimes it's not always perfect with this. But what you're going to do is you're going to try and make sure to flame, or to try and get this ox to knock all of the orbs towards the center, and try not to get Spyro too close to the ox, because if you do that and then flame one of the orbs actually won't hit the bull for some weird reason. He has like this weird iframe or maybe a bit of low collision. It's bizarre sometimes, but I'll show you basically what I try and do, okay? So you're gonna walk up into this, he throws that, flame it, gets onto him, you're gonna make sure he goes back to the beginning, like that. You're gonna then turn around. I like to then just go around to the right. If he does that, make sure to flame it into the wall to do that as you see there. Go to the left. Damn, I missed him. But now we can keep going to the middle. Again, that ox is actually really nice and easy. Then you're gonna mash X and get the orb. So the main thing to do for that minigame basically is to sort of get Spyro to do this sort of you know, movement around in this direction with the camera, because the camera's sort of locked back. If you can keep trying to get Spyro to like go around in this sort of circle where the ball kind of keeps throwing him in the middle or to the right, then you can, you know, keep flaming back. If he throws it to the left, try and see if you can get a very wide flame and flame it to the wall, and then the wall might bounce it onto the ox if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, then, you know, just try again. It's a nice quick mini game, so you don't need to worry much about that. Now, after you've talked to that droid, you're gonna then come down here. You're then gonna miss this pig, jump from that cow, because otherwise his laser will get you. You come down here. You're then gonna charge across here. You're gonna jump over these pigs, because all of those pigs will automatically kill themselves, basically. You don't need to worry about them at all. Going a head bash to get this elevator up as well. You're then gonna charge up along here. You're then going to charge to the left over this lake. And you're going to try and avoid the pig, avoid this cow as well. And then you're going to head over to the right section of this cow, and then you've just got past all of the enemies there. This is basically our final elevator we need to get up. So as we go up here, we've got our end of level NPC here. However, this end of level NPC is also the beginning of the 2 orbs that we're going to get nice and quick. So as we talk to this NPC, I'm going to make sure to mash X, like, all the time. We're going to start the 2 UFO minigames. Now, if you follow this route nice and discreetly, each of the UFOs actually follow a set path, which is really, really cool. It's nice and quick. So if you just follow this right now, flame, flame, and then flame this one, like, down in this section here, there you go. All 3 of them done nice and quick. So you have to make sure you flame it those sections. Make sure to keep practicing. Gonna mash X again. Can't skip through that cutscene, but here we go. Is the second round of the UFO minigame. Gonna charge down here. Flame. Gonna head up past this geometry here. Flame. Gonna flame this one down here, and then flame these 2 over here nice and quick like that. Again, make sure to keep practicing those mini games if you aren't entirely sure. And then after you got this orb, you're gonna start, exit level, up, exit. Just like that. And there you go, that is Metropolis done. And now you've only got 1 more level left till the final boss. And then triangle, triangle, triangle. Right, so as you come out of this portal, you're gonna charge. Now, at this point, if Sparks is not yellow, make sure to get this fodder here. It's very nice fodder. If he is yellow, you don't need to worry about him. Now you're going to bonk up these stairs in true Reignited fashion to probably about here. Now, when you get to this step, you're going to charge, jump, and then glide. And then obviously charge down onto that orb, and then you got your 37th orb. And then with this Robotica portal here, try and charge jump onto, or even jump onto the corner geometry of that portal, because that corner geometry is hollow. You can go right into it like that. Nah, I'm fine, thanks, Randy. I'll go for his commentary on me and dude, alright? But I appreciate the offer though. Really appreciate it. So, and actually, to be fair, this tutorial is actually nice practice for it as well in some way, to be fair. It's alright though. It's all good. Now, start of Robotica, again, make sure not to charge immediately because the NPC is there on the left. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna immediately go to the right and then charge directly forward to where this wasp is. You're gonna jump and then flame immediately because this is like probably the best wasp that you can sort of get like straight away. All the other ones are actually a little bit trickier, I'd say. So what you're gonna do is go back and then Don't do what I do, folks. Don't do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to charge, jump, flame immediately, just like that. Okay? Now with these bugs are nice. You can either charge into the barrels, kill them like that, or you can jump over the barrels and then flame just around the corner like that. You can then get these two enemies here. You're going to charge into this bug. Try to avoid this wasp's missiles as well. I clearly can't do it. Then you're going to head bash into that bug right there. And then with these wasps, what I like to do to manipulate them is after they've shot the first missile, then go in for the kill, because they've got some brief windows of succession, basically, of killing them. So I'm going to do it one more time after this. So after he shoots his first missile, so I can miss it, just like that. You're going to go a little bit to the left or to the right, then jump and then flame immediately. So that's the best way of going about doing it. You're going to see me do it a few more times here. So now with this bug, what I'm going to do is going to charge, jump, then glide. And then as you get towards that bug, you can then, flame him to death. Just like that. And obviously charge through here. Going to charge into this bug, jump, and then head bash on top of him. Come up to this seesaw. And then with this wasp, we're going to do the same as last time. Move up and then flame. Just like that. And then come up to this seesaw up to here. So it was zap. Going to go around, let him try not to get hit. Flame just like that. And flame just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to need to get sparks back in a moment. Might do a death abuse for that, actually. So this section, you can then just charge that barrel, kill that guy like that. Make sure not to get hit by these turbines. Now, as you do that, as you have head bashed that bug, immediately go jump into the flame there. That's the second one that you can actually get without needing him to shoot. But after that's all done, now we're going to do pretty much the easiest minigame in the whole game, I'd say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the easiest. So what you're going to do is you're going to start, you're going to talk to the farmer there to set off the minigame. You're then going to chase those bugs to this second hay bale. Over in the distance over there. As you get it to start moving, as you get them all to start moving, literally just flame them. It's really simple. So talk to Applebee, charge, they'll start moving. You're then going to keep on going around, charge them over to the second hay bale, flame, flame, flame. I actually missed one. I can't believe that. Can you believe that, folks? Still, if that all happens, you can just flame. I need to show this again, don't I? Deary me. My fields. Putting that in the tutorial. I honestly would love to show that minigame off again because I really didn't display that very well. Here we go, my fields are in chat. Anyway, pretend I did that. A-okay. Literally, it's easier than it looks. All you would do is sort of, charge up. If I get all these bugs together again, because they seem to all be back, if I get them back to where they should be, and then I'll show you what you should do. Right, they're all there. So what you would do is actually get them to move. Jump over to here. So this hay bale, get them to first start moving on the left-hand side, and then flame them all just like that. And then once you've done that, you'll get warped back, and then you'll do, my fields. So after you've done my fields, you can then jump over to here, flame this dude. Forget about that wasp up there. I'm actually one wasp down. I can't believe that. What I then do is get one of these wasps. This one will move and then just jump in like that. Make sure to jump back onto the seesaw. Don't let it get to you. And I just died. But yeah, those wasps, I would say, are the worst enemies in Spyro 2. They feel like the worst enemies in Spyro 2. Again, I'll show you this mini game again because I can. Pro strat, don't die. Best strat there, folks. Listen to what Clock District said in chat. He's right there. My fields, we've done it again, folks. So that's basically how you do that mini game as well there. Come up over to here. Flame that dude. Come back to where we got to. Let this wasp move. Get the seesaw down. Flame onto that guy. Jump back on the seesaw to get it down. Then we're going to charge up. Jump, glide, hover. Try not to get hit by the fans. And then charge, jump. Flame this dude. And you've officially got 15 spirit particles to unlock the supercharge there. And then what you're going to do, if you have green or blue sparks at this point, do not make sure to get one of these. Make sure to get one of these fodder here, because you are going to need a yellow sparks for Ripto coming up. So you can come up to here. Zap this. Get this guy to set this thing off. Mash the X button. He'll give you the end of level orb. And then your final orb is this supercharged minigame. I would recommend, if you're not exactly comfortable with this supercharged minigame, give it a bit of a practice. It's quite fun. So what you do is you supercharge, you jump here, get all these pumpkins. Nice as usual, don't worry about the gems. Make sure to jump late here. Jump late here. And jump a little bit late here as well. Get these pumpkins, and then you can get that final pumpkin. Mash the X button, get that final orb. Once you've got the final orb, press start button, exit, up, exit. Congratulations. You've just got 40 orbs, which means you've only got one objective left to do now once you mash triangle. All you have to do now is Ripto. Now, obviously, I'll go up to just in front of Ripto before I do your Ripto pep talk, I suppose. It's what I did for Crush and for Gulp. Right, again, if you've missed any fodder, there's another one here. Make sure to go for it. You're gonna bonk up these stairs in true Reignited Trilogy fashion. Talk to Alora, mash the X button, and there you go. You've opened up the doorway to get to Ripto. The loading zone for Ripto is halfway into here. So pep talk, don't die, hit Ripto a lot, throw him into lava. Pretty much. So yeah, Ripto, I'd say, is the second worst boss within Spyro 2. Again, he's got 3 phases. The first 2 phases can be a bit annoying. The final phase is generally quite alright. You just need to keep spamming a fireball and you'll kind of get him as good as you can get him dead. So with the first phase is obviously where he's on the ground and you're just facing him 1-to-1. What you're going to want to do is make sure not to get him to get the orbs as much as he can. If he gets any of the orbs, you're kind of losing a lot of time. With the orbs, there's 3 different power-ups. You've got the green, you've got the blue, you've got the red. The green power-up obviously allows Spyro to shoot these like green blob things. The blue one is supercharge and the red one is super flame. The most optimal for phase 1 is to get the red one, which is not super flame, fireball, sorry. Now with fireball, if you can get Spyro to have fireball and flame into Ripto immediately, you can actually allow Spyro to turn automatically. So you can follow basically Ripto's walking path with fireball and then just kind of spam it as much as you can and he'll just lose health at the quickest rate you can get it in that first phase. The second best one is supercharge. It's a little bit trickier because the camera might not be on your side, and the worst one is the green one, which is the green blob bomb things, because half the time they can miss, which is absolute pain. If Hunter drops those, I'm so sorry. You got probably one of the worst, again, the worst luck again. Hunter is your main enemy in this minigame, I'd say. Keep an eye on him. Make sure you keep track where he drops orbs and make sure to get the orbs that are red. So what you would mainly do is you can get any of the colors, but when you get the third one will be your power-up to fight Ripto with. For phase 2, it's Mecha Gulp. Mecha Gulp's a lot easier to stop getting orbs because when the orb sort of gets in front of him, he has to wait for a little bit. If you charge Spyro directly in front of Mecha Gulp, it will kind of shove in front of Mecha Gulp, and then basically you can get Spyro to nick the orb. It's really, really nice. Now for Mecha Gulp, it switches the other way around. The most optimal power-up is the blue power-up, which is supercharged, because that's what you can get the most hits on with the to his hitbox, obviously as quick as you can. I think the second best one is the green bombs, because you can actually, with those, hit his hitbox twice in a certain succession, and the worst one's the fireball. So again, phase 1 is fireball, so the red power-up. For phase 2, it's the blue power-up, which is supercharged. Generally, just avoid the green ones. The green ones are always a bit of a pain. And then your phase 3 is where you have Superfly and your Fireball, and this is where Ripto's on the Mecha Pterodactyl. Now with Mecha Pterodactyl, basically just spam Fireball as much as you can. Keep pointing Spyro in the direction of Ripto. Try not to get Ripto going behind the front of the castle. He can do that to stop you from basically hitting him, and that's generally if you're lasting a little bit too long in the fight. You want to make sure you get him nice and quick. Keep him getting sort of to the middle section, dealing as much damage as you can. If he starts going around the perimeter, try and keep flaming him and getting him into the center. If he starts going around the perimeter, he actually starts to speed up to try and get as quick as he can to behind the front of the castle. It's really, really annoying. And then basically, as soon as you've got that final hit onto Ripto, no need to worry about splitting if you're using auto splitter, because the boss will auto split for you. Okay? Cool. So I'm going to go into Ripto and kind of do, a live commentary of what's going on. Hopefully things will be nice and smooth. I'll tell you, this is a really unlucky Ripto. So here we are going into the loading zone. I'm going to mash that triangle because we want to get rid of that cutscene. Here we are going into this Ripto fight. So first thing you're going to do is mash X because Zoe's going to talk to you. And then as you're into the minigame, kind of keep facing towards Ripto and keep dodging his attacks. You can flame him to stop him from moving a little bit, but only at certain moments. So there we go. Hunter's dropped his first orb. He's also dropped the second one, so I'm going to flame Ripto, stop him getting that orb. Hunter, why are you giving me a green, man? I do not want greens. So I'm going to just flame him, make sure he drops in the one. He drops a red. I'm going to allow Ripto to get that green, because then he'll go back to this red, and I'm going to just spam him like that. See, this is probably what you want him to do. That's sort of what you want to do. You can probably do him a little bit better than I can there. Again, a lot of this Ripto fight is down to luck, especially phase 1 and 2. Phase 1 at the worst. Right, this is supercharged. We can kind of get him a few times. Camera's not going to be on my side here, which is a bit of a shame. But generally what you want to do is get to like a 2-cycle Ripto. So I'm going to get a few of these greens. It's a shame Ripto's got his superpower up there. Make sure to keep collecting some orbs. I'm going to get this... Actually, no, I'm not going to get the green now that that blue's there. Oh, you rat bag, Ripto. You absolute rat bag. See, this shows you how bad the greens are, right? Try not to get the greens. I'm going to get these two straight away. Thank you, game. And there you go. That is the end of phase 1 Ripto. Now we've got this phase 2 Ripto coming up. That orb is very nice. That's quite near us, so we got to go straight towards that one. Again, keep your eye on Hunter, on which ones he drops. Come on, Hunter, drop a blue, drop a blue. Drop a blue, and not in front of gold, please. Oh, he's going to drop us a green. That's fine. We'll just spam green for the time being. Just to get that health down a little bit. See, that's not terrible there. He's going to go over to this orb here. I'm going to now go in front of him and nick that from him. Hunter, I want you to drop an orb. Thank you very much. I'm going to stand in front of him again. There you go. That orb zits over to Ripto. Ripto to Spyro even. Now I'm going to spam again. Hopefully we're going to end this phase 2. There we go, just like that. Yonk, that's me. Yeah, it's the best way to do it is yonking it. Right, now. This is our final phase. As I said, just keep spamming that flame button as much as you can. As you start off, and then turn over to the right, because he's always going to head to the right. You always get this first hit, then you're going to get as close as you can to him. Best thing to do is try and get as close as you can to Ripto, because then you're going to make sure that your hits get to him. Start low, I think is the best thing as well. Charge to turn quicker. Again, this is kind of the same mechanics as your flights in Spyro 1, or speedways, I suppose. He's going to go up and go around the perimeter, so keep flaming him. Get him towards the middle, as he's doing right there, because then it's going to be an easier hit. And there you go. Ripto is finished, just as there. And then mash triangle. Get through these cutscenes. Gonna get through the credits. Credit skip. Again, by mashing triangle, and to see your final in-game time, gonna press that guidebook button as you enter Dragon Shores. Just like that. Now, as you can see, I spent way too long on this run. GG's, folks. Don't GG me. GG the people who are following this tutorial. GG to everyone who's following the tutorial. Congratulations, you have just completed your 40 orb run. I hope this helps. Again.